Hey, good morning. This is a trade plan for the ES 500 futures or the S&P 500 or the spiders, depending on what you're trading. If you're trading the spiders, obviously it's approximately 1/10 the value of this. So if you look at the chart, it'll be the exact same. It'll just have a 1/10 value essentially. But the patterns will be the same and the levels will be very similar. So you can adjust. So in the overnight session here, this is the overnight. So yesterday, just a really quick recap. The market came in and basically broke above what was yesterday's all-time high prior, which was 23.5, 47.23.5. We broke above that and then made an all-time high up here. And then we got this massive reversal, which was kind of set off by the NASDAQ. But eventually during the afternoon, we rallied back up, and then we had this high here, and it's kind of late afternoon, but we got this massive sell-off into the close here. So since then, we've been stabilizing, I would say, in the overnight session. And, these two areas of resistance are really key to break above if we're going to hold, if the buyers are going to kind of maintain control of the market. Obviously, it's been a very bullish market, but we've seemed to have some kind of failures lately, which is kind of putting that into question a little bit. So very important to hopefully hold this level right around the 67.5 to 70.5. If buyers can maintain that level, then you do have a shot to get above the initial resistance zone and potentially challenge even this area up here, which is 47.23 to 29.5. Where I would expect sellers to be active here on the first time we touch it, or first test as it's known. But on the downside, if we cannot hold the initial or the pre-market support zone, then this area becomes very important, the initial support, which is 54.5 to 60. That's a pretty key area to hold, in my opinion. We do have some support here, but I don't think it's considered to be the strongest support, 42 to 47. And then here's a better area, somewhere around the 25 to 32. That's the area that could come into play if we start breaking below this initial support zone. Usually, because it's a shortened week, we're not going to get like massive moves, but because of yesterday's kind of sell-off, it's not impossible because we saw some real weakness there. So the key is in between initial support down here and initial resistance, we're going to be pretty neutral. If we break above initial resistance, then we can consider it short-term bullish, and certainly below the initial support zone. We're looking to possibly trade this, but it would depend on how it got there. And of course, down here would be a more solid area of support, but we'll take it step by step. So those are the levels. Mark them down if you can. Just go back and rewatch the video, pause it, and then take down the levels. Hopefully you can apply it to your charts, like the spiders. And if you don't have the exact 1/10 level, you can sort of just look at where the chart is. Obviously, this low is pretty obvious, and you can see the same patterns will appear on those charts too. So. Let's see what happens. Let's see if the buyers can get it back above this 89 level. Then we've got some room to work with here. So that's it. Good luck.